happy new year, right?
Happy New Year,
And a little
I know.
belated new year, but definitely warranted. 2023 is going to be a crazy year, man.
It's gonna be great stuff.
Right?
Such great things.
A lot of
Yeah.
positivity coming out there. You got a book coming out soon. Um, wow, man.
I'm excited. I think it was Christmas Day. You know how Christmas Day, it's kind of quiet. We're around the house.
Mhm.
I got our whiteboard off the wall and I erased the whole thing and I rewrote everything.
Wow.
You should see it's so detailed. I always say when you set a goal, be very detailed about it. If you want to buy a house, what color is the house? How many square feet is it? How many bedrooms is it? What is it? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Draw a picture of it. You find images, put it on the wall. The more specific you'll be, the faster it'll come into your life. Goals should be very specific. When people set goals, say, I just want to be a better person. That's too broad, too generic.
Interesting.
Become very specific with these goals.
That's kind of, I'm going to do that after this, right?
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a while because my goal, my 25-year goal is to have a film studio right off 33, like an actual studio. I'm going to build it.
Oh yeah, I would draw it out, build it out, see it. Because it's funny, even if you draw it out and build it on paper, right? And it's so detailed. If you take that paper and put it in a drawer, and then 10 years later you pull it out, you'll probably pull it out in your studio that you designed. There's magic that happens when it comes out of your mind onto paper and it's detailed. And even if you don't read it again, a lot of business plans, they get written once, go in a drawer, you never read it again. But if you get that business plan out later, you'll go, oh my gosh, we actually followed this.
Yeah.
Even though you never read it one more time. I tell you, I've never read my business plan more than once.
Yeah, I have so many that are literally caked up in a drawer.
Yeah, yeah.
They always say it's good to lay it out, but like at the end of the day, it's like, are you really going to do it? What are you going to do? That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But a person without a plan is going nowhere, and a person without a goal is going nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's just, the challenge with setting goals is that all of a sudden you're making yourself accountable because the goal is an accountability partner, right?
Yeah.
And you're basically, now it's on paper. And before it was in my head and no one knew about it. So if I don't do it, I didn't really fail. So I can trick myself. I'm not really a failure. But they don't realize they're failing all the time because they haven't set the goal. Who cares if you don't make it today?
Yeah.
Make it tomorrow. Make it the next day. I always say you only fail when you give up. No business owner that has ever given up has actually really failed. They haven't quite failed. The moment they give up, that's the day of failure. And that's it. Most startup businesses, they hire a CEO that has a failed record because they know the pitfalls. They've lived through it.
It makes sense.
Right. And they're still going on. They haven't quit in their life. They haven't gone, well, because I failed at this, I'm a failure. They haven't internalized it. But a lot of times that happens to people. They fail on the outside and then they fail on the inside. When they fail on the inside, it's pretty permanent. But failure on the outside, it's all temporary. You can just brush that right off. Keep moving. But the moment the failure happens on the inside and it takes root and it becomes part of their personality, now they really are a failure. They're going to walk around their head hung down. And it's that momentary thing that happened that just takes root in them. It's like, oh my gosh, I am not what I did yesterday. So that means if I won or succeeded yesterday, who cares? Because all I got is right here, right now, today. I want to win today. I'll take care of tomorrow when it gets here. But we're going to plan for success.
You have to.
Right. Because only if you plan and prepare can you expect it. Some people expect it without planning. Good luck. You got to plan.
Any crazy things going on at the winery this year?
Man, I'm planning on building a structure between the two buildings. So you know how there's the deck, right? The sun deck. So for years, I've been trying to figure out a way to cover that sun deck. And I thought I had it this past year. In fact, I told the world.
I remember.
Remember? I told you. And guess what? Yesterday, I canceled the deal. Because
good for you though.
Yeah,
if it doesn't make sense, why not?
I'm like, it drives me nuts. Because I wanted it to happen last year. I wanted it to happen this year. I literally signed the contract, paid the bill, paid the check. And then the company, for different reasons, just wasn't able to do it. Yesterday, I talked to Jeff. I go, Jeff, if you just cancel it. Because let's go big. Let's go really big. Let's not make it out of, plexiglass type stuff. Let's do like unbelievable glass structure with
a building,
all kinds of really cool stuff. Yeah, let's go big. Let's think even bigger. And it seems like every time I cancel it and we move on to something else, it becomes a bigger thought. So I'm hoping that to create something that's going to feel like a sunroom that you can open up in the summertime. It won't get hot in there, but in the wintertime, I can close it down and it makes it where it's one giant building from main room to vineyard room.
Wow.
And it's all heated and connected and gorgeous and wonderful. And it's basically a tropical paradise between the two buildings.
On that deck area that you have, right?
Yep, the big sun deck. Yeah. Right in front of the big crystal chandelier.
Yeah, right in front of to get down to the underground.
Yep.
Wow.
We've already built the ductwork under there. There's actually ductwork under there now with a giant heater that can blow heat under the deck. So the deck is now ductwork to radiate the heat up through the deck to heat the whole space.
Wow.
We've already done that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, build it, just start building. And even though we canceled the building that's going to go above it, we still have the ductwork. I always say, keep moving the direction. You're going to have setbacks, and there's a setback, but it is so awesome because now we can make it even better. I mean, and there it is. It's like cancel one thing, build bigger.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's I'm excited for life, Ralph. I'm excited that Maggie's ski racing. Maggie's gonna ski race this year.
Dude, when you sent me that picture of you, I think it was at Blue. I think you went to
Blue Mountain. Yeah.
Man, I would, for whatever reason, it brought me back to when we did the documentary and we were looking at old ski racing videos of you just ripping it down the hill.
So much fun.
And I was like, get the hell out of, dude. One thing I wanted to bring up to you: my sister Elizabeth bought a scarf for Maggie.
That's all right.
She got her little business going.
Maggie's called Maggie's Creation.
Maggie's a little hustler, a little entrepreneur.
Maggie baby. We go down to Hobby Lobby and she buys yarn, these big spools of yarn, right? And it's really thick yarn. And then she's taught herself how to weave scarves.
Good for her.
I go, where'd you learn that? She goes, I just figured it out. Like, yeah, because we don't have any books on this stuff. There's no videos. She goes, yeah, I figured it out how to do it. And she'll basically spend a whole day building scarves, and then she loads them in her wheelbarrow or her little wheelbarrow thing. And then she gets all dressed up. She looks like a little princess. She puts on her dress. She's wearing her fancy shoes. She's wearing a necklace. She combs her hair, and then she goes down there. She sets up a little stand, and it's called Maggie's Creations. Maggie doesn't realize. I go, Maggie, I love your mindset because anything's possible. I go, you are an entrepreneur. You hear people saying that word to you. She goes, yeah, what does entrepreneur mean? Like, it's entrepreneur, And it's so awesome. And she goes, what does that mean? I go, that means that you created something from nothing. A thought in your head created something that someone is enjoying. And she goes, what, like the scarves? I go, exactly. Those scarves didn't exist before the thought in your head. You turned into a reality by taking action. By taking action, you became more motivated because action caused motivation. Now you have an entire business built around this, and it started with you thinking, I bet you I can do this. It was a belief in your ability. And just like that, Matt, I'm almost embarrassed to say the money that she makes on this stuff.
I know.
It's crazy, Ralph. She goes down there and she sells out. And they're gorgeous though.
I know.
I mean, Kurt bought one of the day. It was like 7 feet long. I mean, it's this giant scarf. And that one she probably lost money. There's more yarn in that one, but it is high-end yarn. Like one bundle is like $25 for this yarn she uses. But the best thing is she'll take it, she'll make money, take the money that she makes from selling scarves. She goes to Hobby Lobby and buys more. She reinvests all of it into more yarn. This past week when she bought yarn, it was literally like $300 of yarn.
But it's her $300?
It was her $300.
Wow.
So neat, right? And I go, Maggie, you know what you just did here? I go, you're betting on yourself. You're betting on that you're going to be able to convert that 300 into more money. She goes, well, I did it before. I can do it again.
Wow.
I go, there it is, Maggie. That's the mindset that the whole world needs. You're betting on your skill set, your ability, and you're betting on the good in other people, that they're going to support you, that you're going to create something, go, oh, that's some great stuff. But you're betting on yourself. I always say the best thing to bet on in this world is your own capabilities because you have more than you ever could dream of. I don't think anyone has ever maxed out their abilities in this world. Do you?
No.
I don't think one person in the history of the entire world has ever gone, I maxed out every capability in my life. No one can say that. Imagine.
Wow.
Imagine.
I just said, daddy's little girl.
Oh, Maggie, baby. We're going to ski race this year. I signed her up for USSA last night. And oh my gosh, I bought her a racing license. She's all set. I mean, we're going to Vermont. We're going to New Hampshire. We're going to go to upstate New York. And here's what's neat about Maggie, baby. So Maggie, because of her age, she's 8 and she's going to enter these races. There's not a lot of racers in that age category. She'll end up qualifying for the national championships in Copper, Colorado.
Wow.
I already told Maggie, baby, here's the date. It's early in March. We're gonna book a flight now before you even qualify. We're gonna bank on your skill set. And we're gonna go to Copper to the national championships, and you're gonna compete on a national level at age 8 because, oh my gosh, you're a champion. And she goes, I know, I can do it. And Joseph Boy's standing there going, can I do it, Dad? I'm like, you're in, man. You're in. You're in, dude. You're in.
It. That is so cool.
So good.
That is
so
awesome.
So good. But the whole key is funny that the action creates the motivation.
Yeah.
Because she was not motivated to do this before the action of doing it. And this is the lesson in life. If you want motivation, take action. It'll follow. It's that simple. Don't wait for it. It's never going to hit you. Take the action and boom. I'm motivated. I'm going to race this year. I bought myself a license.
No way.
Oh, I'm so motivated. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so going to do this. I'm out waxing my skis. I'm like planning. Oh God, Ralph. The action creates the motivation. It's that simple. Boom.
What?
Right? It's so awesome. Oh, yeah, you're going to see it. I'm going to that race in Copper. I can't wait.
I can't wait, man.
It's awesome.
Well, let's crush 2023,
it's gonna be a
man.
great year. Oh, my gosh.
Happy to know you, Randy. Thank you.
I love it, man.